Right now at 6, polarizing politics. Ethics leaders say the split is affecting trust in more than just political institutions. And fire and emergency medical services are getting tens of thousands in federal funding.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Amy is off tonight. Well, with lots of Friday night football matches ahead this evening, we've got our eyes on the skies, and we'll bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl for the latest on some rain chances.
Yeah, overall it's looking pretty good, although it will be quite a bit cooler than many of the games have been so far this season. So keep that in mind if you're going to be attending one. Dress warmly, maybe bring a blanket to dress in layers, as we are looking at temperatures in the 50s and cloudy skies, a little bit of a breeze as well. Radar though quite quiet, just a few isolated showers west of Eau Claire, also over Trempealeau County, just to the west of Black River Falls as well. All is quiet in southern portions of the viewing area. The main next batch of rain is still west of the Twin Cities and over the eastern Dakotas, and that probably won't creep into the area until later tonight. Current temperatures 57 in Eau Claire, Black River Falls, Sparta. 58 in La Crosse, 55 in Winona and Viroqua. So again, just a slight chance of showers, otherwise plenty of clouds. South to southeast wind 5 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures in the 50s this evening. So again, keep that in mind. Otherwise, a chance of showers increases a bit later tonight and into part of early Saturday morning. Lows in La Crosse around 52. Not as chilly as last night because of the cloud cover, by the way. And then both tomorrow and Sunday, lots of dry time. Just a slight chance for a shower tomorrow, especially late in the day into tomorrow night, and an even lesser chance on Sunday with highs both days in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. We'll talk more details about that weekend forecast. Also peek ahead to Oktoberfest next weekend in La Crosse. All coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks very much, Bill. Well, almost 30% of Americans say political polarization is a top issue facing this nation. That's according to the website 538. News 8 Now's Rob Romano spoke to the founder of a nonprofit that seeks to break down political barriers. Good evening, Rob.
Good evening, Ken. The founder and executive director of the organization Leader Ethics says our partisan political divisions aren't only impacting politics, they're affecting trust in a variety of institutions. Dr. Lee Raj is the founder of the nonprofit known as Leader Ethics. He believes our country's political polarization is causing people to develop a level of cynicism.
But it's not just politics, because what's happening is it's resulting in a breakdown in trust. Trust in other citizens, trust in our institutions.
Raj's organization seeks to restore trust by advocating for politicians to be truthful, for them to be transparent with public information, and unifiers rather than dividers.
And to the best of their ability, they work to represent their entire constituency.
Raj is the former president of Western Technical College, which he ran for 28 years. He adds that in the fields of business, education, or healthcare, ethical leadership qualities are required. Now, the organization he founded, which seeks to overcome the partisan divide, asks the following question.
Why not in politics?
And sure thing, why not? How come our political system can't seem to find a way to breach its divides and attract the best people to public office? Political expert Dr. Joe Heim says our society has been slowly disintegrating in terms of being cynical.
The effect of that is it's added to the cynicism about our basic element of a democracy, and that's elections.
Heim says one of the reasons why political cynicism is on the rise is because politicians use it to win elections.
Some of it has to do with the psychology of voting. If you want to rev up your base and get them out in support of your candidates, happiness is second to cynicism and anger.
And Heim adds that one of the keys to overcoming cynicism in American politics is for people to be more conscious of it and to understand that sometimes politicians will use people's anger to get their vote. Ken, back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Rob. Now, the Pew Research Center says voter turnout during the 2020 election was 7 points higher than 2016. The Republican candidate for Wisconsin's 3rd congressional district says his experience as a small business owner makes him uniquely qualified for the job. During a small business roundtable, Derek Van Orden said local employers face too many challenges. On top of ongoing supply chain issues and an employee shortage, Van Orden says rising inflation is crippling some small business. According to online state records, Van Orden owned the Butternut Cafe between 2017 and 2020. The Republican says that experience will help him write business-friendly policies.
These small businesses are the ones that are employing everybody in the district. They create the jobs that feed the people here. And so I'll do anything I possibly can when I get to Congress to help our small businesses thrive.
Van Orden is running against Democrat Brad Pfaff, who are seeking to replace Congressman Ron Kind, who is not running for re-election. Republican candidate for Wisconsin's governor, Tim Michels, is changing his position on abortion law in the state. On a radio show today, Michaels said he would sign an abortion ban with exceptions for rape and incest if it came to his desk as governor. Previously, Michaels had campaigned that he wouldn't support exceptions. His campaign said today's statements didn't show that he's changing his position and that he was just answering a question about how he would handle a specific piece of legislation. On the other side of the river, a student group in Winona is holding a rally for Rovember. The group is highlighting what they say is the impact the midterm elections can have on the future of reproductive rights in Minnesota. State Senate candidate Dan Wilson was there along with the Minnesota Senate Reproductive Freedom Caucus. Now, abortion is legal in Minnesota right now since the state Supreme Court recognized it as a right under the state constitution. Wilson campaigned at this event saying if he's elected, he would help keep abortion legal.
I would do the work that the Senate Democrats tried to do last year that the Republicans blocked, which is just to codify that court decision into law so that that decision could not be overturned any time in the future.
Right after the rally, the group went straight to the polls for the first day of early voting for those midterm elections. Coulee Region first responders are getting more than $2 million of federal grant money to better serve their communities. The money is coming from the federal government's American Rescue Plan Act. EMS services had to apply for these grants, and the amount they receive is based on their specific needs. The state of Wisconsin in total is receiving $32 million of ARPA dollars. These are one-time grants, so first responders are using them for tools, not staff salaries. State Representative Jill Billings says between 2011 and 2021, La Crosse County reported a 70% increase in 911 calls. These grants will help first responders avoid making difficult budget cuts.
These people are putting their lives on the line to keep us safe, and we owe them an obligation back to make sure that they are safe and that they have the tools available to save our lives.
A number of establishments received grants. The town of Shelby Fire Department is getting just over $37,000, money it will use to buy a new CPR device and protective gear. We'll post a full list of grant recipients on news8000.com. 200 brave souls are on a 24-hour running journey to raise money for the local Lupus Alliance. The 11th annual Goosebumps Run kicked off at 2 this afternoon. Another 100 runners are doing a 6-hour stretch. And the money raised for the Alliance stays local. The executive director of the group says one project they're working on is helping build medical teams for people with lupus hoping to start a family. Doctors usually discourage women with the disease from getting pregnant.
Lupus is often diagnosed, it's 90% female, and it's often diagnosed in the childbearing years. So it's a disease that can really affect that possibility. So it's really important message on our side to say it can be done.
So runners will be up all night, with some of them hitting more than 100 miles during this event. Still ahead tonight at 6, monkeypox continues to spread in Wisconsin. Experts say you may have protection if you've had a smallpox vaccine. Plus, vaccines aren't just important for us, they are important for our furry friends. Vets are urging dog owners to get their pups vaccinated for parvo.
The power to change your future is now. The SUVs are here. Be one of the first to drive a new Explorer, Bronco Sport, or Edge. Custom order your SUV today. Lock in 2.9% financing for 60 months, plus 500 retail order bonus cash on a new 2023 Ford Explorer, Bronco Sport, or Edge.
Prices are going up on groceries, they're going up at the gas station. The only ones profiting are oil companies, big corporations, China, and Ron Johnson. Johnson makes money from investments in factories in China. No wonder Johnson's net worth has doubled since he's been in Washington. Even worse, Johnson's allowed oil and drug companies to jack up prices on us. He takes all that money from them. Ron Johnson profits, we pay the price. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
When we got pregnant with Lizzie, we were so excited. So when the complications started, it was really scary.
We never considered ending the pregnancy, but those are the kinds of decisions only a family can make. But Derek Van Orden wants the government to do it, banning all abortions, even when a woman's life is at risk.
I'm Betty.
I'm Lizzie.
And I'm Brad Paff. I approve this message because I'll never stop fighting for your right to choose.
At least 70 Wisconsinites have been diagnosed with monkeypox. That's according to the latest update from the Wisconsin Department of Health Services. Since May of this year, monkeypox has been spreading from person to person in countries where the virus is usually not found, including the United States. Monkeypox virus is from the same family of viruses as the smallpox virus. So if you received the smallpox vaccine, researchers say you already have some protection.
There is a possibility that the childhood vaccine for smallpox will provide cross immunity or protection against monkeypox, but we don't know how much.
Symptoms of monkeypox include an unexplained rash that develops into hard, round, fluid or pus-filled skin lesions. Veterinarians are still working to determine what caused a recent outbreak of parvovirus. There haven't been any cases reported in Wisconsin, but local vets say owners should still take precautions. Parvovirus is highly contagious. It spreads through dog feces and in some cases can be deadly. But according to the Onalaska Animal Hospital, it is preventable.
Actually is easily preventable through vaccinations, keeping your pet up to date on, getting vaccinated.
Dogs should receive the parvo vaccine as puppies, so check with your vet to make sure that your dog is up to date. Dental care is important, but it is not cheap. Dozens of people lined up in Onalaska this morning to receive free dental care. Valley Dental offered a free dental day for the 10th year in a row. Doctors provided free cleanings and extractions and other preventative care on a first-come, first-served basis. Some people waited in line for several hours. Dr. Mike Gavin says many of the people in line come for the free care every year.
This is their only access to dental care is just one day, and they call months in advance, want to know when we're doing it. You can't provide comprehensive dentistry, but you can take care of a dental problem.
Dr. Gavin planned to see between 75 to 100 people today. Just ahead, appreciating the Cooley region on canvas. A weekend art festival celebrates the area's plein air painters.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grawl. We do have a chance for some rain showers overnight and a slight chance this weekend as well. All the details of my 8-day forecast after the break.
I received a call that my granddaughter had been hit. She suffered a serious brain injury and nearly died. The driver should have been in jail. Mandela Barnes supports no cash bail that puts criminals like Darrell Brooks back on the streets. He's more worried about criminals than victims. Mandela Barnes doesn't have the judgment to keep our communities safe.
Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness. Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland. Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
You heard the Jingle Man, Wisconsin. That means it's time to get a versatile, rugged, athletic SUV that makes you feel like you just won a title. Again. Honda was just crowned KBB.com's best value brand for the 7th year in a row. So get up and go to your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin. Bring it home, Songbird.
There's never
been a better time to enjoy quality Flex Steel furniture than right now during the Flex Steel factory authorized sale at Drury's in Fountain. You'll save on the latest casual sofas, chairs that say "Take me home," stunning sectionals, even luxurious leather sofas and recliners. Every Flex Steel style is included in your choice of over 2,000 designer fabrics and leathers, all at the best prices of the year. Unlimited choices, big savings, and special 12-month interest-free financing. It's happening now at Drury's in Fountain.
Meet Brad Paff. He never had a job outside of politics. Seriously, he hung around long enough to climb that political ladder. He'll never fix Washington. He won't even try. Me, I spent 26 years fighting for our country. I served as a Navy SEAL, and I know how to get things done. I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message. Let's try something different. Let's change the people we're sending to D.C.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now, our community, your station.
La Crosse's Oktoberfest kicks off next Thursday. Now this weekend, we will meet another member of the royal family. Tomorrow afternoon, festival organizers will introduce this year's Mrs. Oktoberfest. Her big debut will take place on the UWL campus. Starts at 4:30 in the Student Union building. It is no secret that we live in a beautiful landscape, and now there's a chance to see the Cooley region on canvas. Plein air paintings will be on display at the Between the Bluffs Art Show and Sale. Painters have been going around the Cooley region since September 9th, creating pieces of art to enter into the show. These artists work outside, directly exposed to nature. It creates a challenge since lighting on a scene is always changing.
So you have to kind of work relatively quickly to nail down what it is you really want to portray. And then you've got the wind and you've got the sun in your face maybe, or depending on where you're standing. It can be bugs. There's a lot of other issues you have to deal with.
So to see the paintings on display, head over to Studio Gallery 1311 on Market Street this weekend. The show is free and open to the public. We will post more information about the show on our website, news8000.com. Also this weekend, it is time for CranFest. This is the 49th year of Warren's Cranberry Festival. The fest has hundreds of artists and vendor booths, tours of cranberry marshes, and a parade on Sunday. You can find a map and a list of events at cranfest.com. All right, time to switch gears and send it over to First Alert Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl for a look at our forecast.
Well, definitely feeling a lot like fall for these fall festivals and Friday night football games. And speaking of, this morning, as advertised, we had frosty conditions in some of our northeastern communities. 33 in Black River Falls, 34 in Sparta, same with Volk Field, and all of this blue color here. That's temperatures in the 30s earlier this morning, so that's why that frost advisory was in play. The rest of us bottomed out between about 40 and 45 degrees. Some sunshine early on, but clouds for most of the day kept temperatures in check. 50s to lower 60s for afternoon highs, and that was below average with an official high of 62 out at the La Crosse airport. So that marks 7 of the days so far this month with a below average high temperature, but 14 have been above average. Quick check of our allergy report. Low symptoms today and tomorrow for ragweed and weed. Pollen, and high symptoms both days for mold spores. Kind of an interesting time lapse. You can tell it's chilly when you can see the steam rising off some of the businesses downtown. Some brief moments of steam fog over the Mississippi. Otherwise, some great colors this morning with the sunrise. In fact, some of you shared those photos on my Facebook page, so thank you for that. You can check them out there. And then we had a brief moment of sunshine, but for the better part of the day, plenty of clouds. Just a few light showers and sprinkles in the La Crosse area, but nothing even measurable out at the La Crosse airport. So 62 and 45 the numbers for today. 73 and 51 are the averages, and another record high set 5 years ago, 94 degrees on this date in 2017. Cloudy, 58 degrees at the station and downtown. Winds out of the southeast at about 5 to 10. The Mississippi up just a bit, 5.09. Good evening to you folks in Eau Claire as well. Cloudy, 57 degrees. Winds there from the south-southeast at 11 miles per hour. So some sunshine farther west. They're enjoying the 70s, but cloud cover locally has temperatures in the 50s this evening. In fact, most people between about 53 and 58 degrees. Winds out of the south and southeast at 5 to 15. So again, dress accordingly for those prep football games or any other outdoor activities with the cloud cover and that breeze. It's going to feel rather chilly. Just a few isolated sprinkles west of Black River Falls. Radar is quiet down to the south. And the next batch of moisture generally west of the Twin Cities and into the eastern Dakotas. So I think most of the prep football games will get in dry tonight. Just a slight chance of showers towards the fourth quarter as some of that moisture starts to move in in from the west. Sky Tracker will show that as well. Some hit-and-miss showers, especially north and west of La Crosse around 9 or 10 o'clock this evening with those hit-and-miss showers overnight. Lots of dry time for our Saturday. Best chance looks to be late in the day into tomorrow night. And then same with Sunday, lots of dry time as well. Maybe just some isolated showers or thunderstorms, especially north and east of La Crosse, later Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. High temperatures tomorrow, upper 60s in the La Crosse area, upper 60s, even some 70s in the Mississippi River Valley and down towards Prairie du Chien and Wazeeka. And then mid 60s as we head back to the north, even some upper 50s over portions of Clark County. So for tonight, that chance for some scattered showers, 52 for the low, 69 tomorrow, slight chance of showers, but much of the day will be dry. Same with Sunday. Windy, just an isolated thunder shower, 69 for a high there as well. Breezy and cooler again heading into next week, upper 50s to around 60 for highs Tuesday and Wednesday. Overnight lows could be frosty for some Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights, especially Tuesday night. And then Oktoberfest, of course, starts next Thursday, mid to upper 60s and dry for the Torchlight, the tapping of the Golden Keg, Maple Leaf Parade, just a small chance for a shower right now. We've got plenty of time to hopefully yank that over the next several days.
All right, looking good. Thanks, Bill.
Okay.
Coming up next in sports, one of the biggest games of the high school football season taking place tonight. Two conference rivals squaring off in Cashton. Eagles against the Cardinals of Bangor. Sports is next.
CityCam 8 is brought to you by The Board Store. Are new windows in your future? We're a Pro Via Platinum dealer with certified installers. We'll help you find the best style, color, and glass options for your budget.
Menards is a one-stop shop for everything you need. Plus, get 11% off. When it comes to cleaning, Zep has you covered. From kitchens to bathrooms, Zep Cleaning Solutions tackle the toughest messes. Get 11% off all Zep cleaning supplies. Stock up on your favorite Procter & Gamble products. They deliver quality products from brands that you can trust, like Dawn, Tide, and Bounty. Get 11% off all Procter & Gamble products now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
There's case after case. Women working for Tim Michael's construction company saying they were groped, sexually assaulted, and pressured to have sex with their bosses. When they resisted, they say they were threatened, called a liar, and forced to resign. And when co-workers spoke up, they were fired. If this is how Tim Michaels runs his business, how do you think he'd run the state? Tim Michaels' radical agenda is so very, very wrong.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
We've made it to week 6 of the high school football season, and the energy feels a little different tonight. Some great matchups in every conference, and our own Kate Overton is in Cashton, where one of the most important games in the Scenic Bluffs Conference is getting ready to kick off. Kate, take it away.
Yeah, Rob, good evening. It's a little chilly here tonight, but it's finally starting to feel like football weather, and it's perfect for our matchup between 5-0 Bangor we're in Cashton taking on the 5-0 Eagles. Now, it's a game that feels a lot like the Scenic Bluff Conference Championship, as both these teams have great expectations. Bangor's coming into the season having lost the have won the Scenic Bluffs Conference every year since 2014. They're ranked number 9 in the Division 6 coaches poll, but they could be a lot higher. They have outscored opponents 225-12, and they've looked really good this year. Now, last year they won the Scenic Bluff Conference, but they actually lost to Cashton in the second round of the playoffs. And when I talked to some of those Bangor seniors earlier this week, they said it's a game that still haunts them. They don't want to experience leaving the field with a loss like last year. So that's added fuel to their fire for tonight. Now for Cashton, they're ranked number 2 in the Division 7 coaches poll. And when I spoke with their team earlier this year, they already had this game circled because they want to win the Scenic Bluff Conference title, and they know they had to go through Bangor for that. So it's going to be a battle tonight, but we'll have highlights of this game and all other games throughout the area during our highlight zone tonight. It looks like Cashton's just about to take the field, so Rob, we'll get it back to you.
Thanks, Kate. Looking forward to that one. Also tonight on Alaska, looking to stay undefeated. It's homecoming for the Hilltoppers. This one's going to be a battle as Reedsburg comes into town. Conference supremacy on the line in this one. Check out these numbers, though, for on Alaska. The Hilltoppers have been steamrolling the competition. They've outscored their opponents 158-31, 3 straight shutouts, and now the Hilltoppers find themselves atop the MVC 5-0. Tonight will be their toughest test. The Beavers also 5-0. A big matchup, potentially a conference deciding one in on Alaska. But the Hilltoppers say the plan is to stick to what got them there. And if they execute tonight, they feel confident they'll come out on top when the final whistle blows.
There's only 43 teams in the state that are undefeated right now, so it's a good spot to be. But we know that we got to play our best game in terms of staying undefeated. And our kids are they're pretty level-headed about it, but they'll be ready.
Hilltoppers and Beavers a little over a half hour away from kickoff. Our very own Ken Kozarowski, he'll be there.
Yes, looking forward to that one.
It's going to be fun.
Of course, homecoming festivities for Onalaska as well. And I haven't seen anything of Reedsburg. I've seen Onalaska's offense. Yashinsky knows how to tailor his offensive play calling to the kids he's got year to year. Nicky Odom is a speed demon. Maddie Burnett on the outside. Brady Kuhn running back. It's a talented Onalaska team.
It just feels different tonight. I feel like I'm about to play. Big games tonight.
Cade mentioned Cashin circled that game. I think you circled the game on the calendar
I circled
as well.
it. Westby Aquinas also good one. Westby's 4-1. Aquinas is 5-0. So I mean, we got matchups all throughout the conference. This is going to be awesome.
Can't wait. Thanks, Rob.
Yep, you got it.
We'll wrap things up next.
They're destroying America and our livelihoods. Now, DC elites are spending big on Brad Paff. The same Beltway bigwigs who wasted taxpayer money that bailed out elite golf courses and luxury hotels are now bankrolling Brad Paff's campaign because Brad Paff supported their big spending, price-hiking, reckless schemes. And that's why we can't send him to Washington. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Those cool, crisp nights are on their way. Stay warm and cozy with an easy-to-use gas fire table from Crosse Fireplace Company. Stop in now for the best selection and get 25% off all in-stock fire tables. This is our biggest fire table sale of the year, and quantities are limited. Enjoy your cool evenings outside and save 25% on fire tables at Crosse Fireplace Company. Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is outside by the fire.
At a company, the culture comes from the top. Tim Michaels' company has been sued numerous times over sexual assault and harassment in the workplace. Women who worked for Michaels' company said they were groped, assaulted, and pressured to have sex with their bosses. Higher-ups at Michaels dismissed the women as liars and even fired those who spoke out. Is that what we need for Wisconsin? Tim Michaels, too radical, too divisive.
Well, again, if you're heading out the door, getting ready for those prep football games, bundle up. 50s for temperatures, just a slight chance of later game showers. Chance of showers increases a bit overnight, lows near 52. Upper 60s both days, slight chance of showers, but lots of dry time as well.
Thanks very much, Bill. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. Happy Highlight Zone. We'll see you at 10.